Attorney Katrina Hofstetter is joining us from Cornerstone Legal. Katrina, welcome back. So, okay, this big part of estate planning, it's big decisions like who's going to be your executor, who's going to be in charge of this and that. And I have to admit to you, I'm so embarrassed to say this right now, but my husband and I the other day were like, who did we decide is going to be the executor? Was it so-and-so? Like, I don't know. Is it so-and-so? Like, oh my God, why don't we know this? We're adults. We should know these things. Mm-hmm. Tell me more about this.
Well, I kind of break it down into 2 to 3 roles. So you've got financial roles, and those are going to be the agent in your financial power of attorney.
Okay.
And then trustee or successor trustee in your trust. And then the personal representative or executor in your will. So those are all kind of financial related roles. You really want to make sure that you find somebody that is going to be able to keep good records. Maybe somebody who knows how to budget, good with paperwork.
Yeah.
So that's how we focus on that role. And then there's the medical role. You've got your patient advocate and your healthcare power of attorney. And that person is probably going to step in during a pretty emotional time. So you want to make sure that they are emotionally mature, they can remain level-headed, there could be some pressure. And then kind of the third one that's optional would be if you have minor children, you have to name guardians for them. Yeah. And that really kind of depends on your parenting style and your values when you go to pick somebody else.
Now, for those first 2 roles, those don't necessarily need to be a close family member, right?
No,
they could be your attorney, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because that's someone who's going to be less involved emotionally in all of this and less attached to and is going to have a more fair view.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So, yeah, especially talking about choosing guardians for the kids, say more about that one.
Yeah. Well, when my husband and I sat down to decide on guardians, we kind of had 3 different things that we looked at. So we really wanted to make sure that we picked someone that would allow our children to stay in the same school district.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't want the guardian to have to move or even come live in our home. So for us, we chose someone that lived near us. Mm-hmm. And then it was also important to us that the guardian had similar parenting styles, household had the same values. Because if we're both gone, that's like a horrible time for them. They're grieving. Mm-hmm. So we wanted minimal disruption, just everyday life.
Yeah.
And then the other important thing for us was we wanted our children to still go to church and be raised in a faith-filled family. And we just got really lucky that we found somebody that kind of checked all the boxes.
Okay, so once you choose someone, what are those next steps?
Well, the first thing that's important to understand, because we talk a lot about probate when we're doing estate planning, minor guardianships always still go through probate, but a parent can name a guardian in a document to tell the probate court what they want.
All right. Big decisions, and so important to get these things down on record. CornerstoneLegalPLLC.com. Thank you.
Thank you.